First of all, thank you, SAPHIRE, for inviting me here to present our TOPFIT program. As stated, I'm going to start with our smart specialization strategy. In 2014, the region of the East Netherlands, which is bordering to Germany, as all other regions in Europe, had to provide a smart specialization strategy. And our strategy consisted of 4 different topics: health, food, tech and energy. These are the strengths of our region. So they are not invented. This is something which has been along for quite a long time. The smart specialization strategy strengthens the policies within the region. And the region consists of the provinces of Overijssel and Gelderland. Then we concluded that to be more precise, it was needed to develop an innovation profile, as we called it, conducting the strengths of the region concerning innovation and development, research and development, also connected to the European agenda. And from this, 2 flagships were defined. One of them is Concepts for a Healthy Life, and the other one is Smart and Sustainable Industries. So today I'm going to talk to you about Concepts for a Healthy Life. And as you see, it starts already with personalized health and nutrition. Secondly, health technology and delivery systems, so more the medtech point of view. And thirdly, healthy brain. All of them obviously are interconnected. And the other flagship is Smart and Sustainable Industries. What this shows that the region of the East Netherlands and all its partners in the quadruple helix, in the previous slide it showed not only the governments but also the representations of entrepreneurs and industry, together with all the universities and the applied universities of the region, all the regionals representations and the cluster organizations such as Food Valley, Health Valley, etc., combined strengths and work together on these topics. When you look at this innovation index, and I had the pointer with me, but it doesn't work unfortunately. You have to look very closely to see the Netherlands in here. But we are there in the darker green area. This is a regional innovation index produced by the European Commission on a yearly basis. And on a yearly basis, it shows that in the East Netherlands, we continue to be a strong innovator and innovation leader. So we also have a responsibility to continue bringing to the market new applications in those strengths that we defined. And we do this primarily for the 3.2 million people that are living in the region of the East Netherlands. And as large parts of Europe, also in the East Netherlands, we have a population that is growing older. We have more chronic diseases. So in general, we are quite the average population in Europe. And we see that there is a transition towards a more personal, preventative and predictive, if that's a word, prediction medicine health in Europe, but also in our region. And that's where we come to our iconic project, which is TOPFIT. This is a strategic program with a outline of 10 years, which was started by the leading universities in our region. I will come to that in a minute. But also working together with the care institution, healthcare companies, the cluster organizations, the municipalities and universities of applied science to really create an impact program on personal health. So it's funded by the University of Twente with a stronghold in medtech, the University Hospital of Nijmegen, the Radboud University of Nijmegen, strong in social sciences, and Wageningen University, worldwide known for food technology. And it was sponsored by both provinces. Think East Netherlands from the European positioning, and OSNL as the regional development agency. And I already mentioned the cluster organization Health Valley as a stronghold, working together to make this program a success. And what is the aim of TOPFIT? It's based, as I said already, on prevention. So it aims to be one step ahead of disease or disease burden in order to gain 2 more healthy and active years to your life, and to combine the 3 domains, tech, health and food. And we believe that with this unique combination we'll be able to tailor-make products and services for the citizens within our region, but also within the rest of Europe. And here it's displayed in a nice diagram. So TOPFIT is all about being one step ahead. As I said, prevention, early prediction, but also based on the data, targeted interventions, and in the end, self-management of diseases. And as you can see, it's a circle where you try to be one step ahead of the next place in a disease. Here you see it on the map. So you see the different ecosystems, as you wish, within our region, combining, working together. So this perspective is really an all-inclusive regional approach, whereas in the Netherlands our health system is, we have a market, a health market with a national approach, and within the regions we combine our strengths to be part of the innovation and research agenda. So the regional governments are not responsible for healthcare within the Netherlands. So in order to make this impact program work and to provide really a lab function in Europe, there are 3 main domains: society, which focuses on the creation of a citizen science and a citizen lab; an economic part, which is more focused on the valorization; and the science part, where we already mentioned the combination of the 3 strengths to bring also the science a step further on this. This picture shows the overall design of the program, with on the one hand the technical, on the one hand the domains, on the other hand the impact, and on the lower hand you see all the partners which are involved. And we try to combine the key instruments with the science domains and technologies. And in the crossover you see the different programs, and we've called them mission programs, also aligning us with the European mission programs which are being developed currently. And on a national scale we are doing the same thing with our knowledge and innovation agendas by the top sector health. One step further, you see the different projects, the different developments which are taking place. And then we also come a little bit to the funding part. If you look at the left side, you see the One Planet Research Center, which is a collaboration with IMEC from Belgium. A large research initiative which was funded by the regional government to strengthen the research and innovation domain in the part of health for the coming period, which is going to land around Wageningen University and is a cooperation with the other universities I just introduced. You see the ICMS, which is all about movement science developments, which contributes to a specific mission program. And you also see the what we call a regio deal, region deal Twente, in which the Citizen Lab funding was secured for the different programs. So you see that what we do here is financial engineering based on the different types of funding streams from the national, regional and international European programs. Then when we look at innovation, we really truly believe that this is a regional place-based action. that it takes place in our region, where the knowledge is based and where it combines with companies and with implementation and valorization. That's why we joined the S3 platform on personalized medicine as a co-lead next to Flanders as leads and Limburg as another co-lead. And we defined together 4 themes, of which the preventative medicine part is the track the East Netherlands is currently running. And the first ambition there is to work on the diabetes impact program. The objective there is to set up a public, private and people partnership in order with the Citizen Lab to reduce the economic social burden of diabetes in the regions in Europe. So we work together with the other regions in order to improve the cure and care of diabetes, but also to prevent this disease, particularly on a type 2 basis. And what we've done so far is already work together with the participation regions you see on your right-hand side, and we have defined 4 different key areas in which we are developing inter-regional projects for the current period and also preparing for the new European period. So mostly this is a focus on European cooperation concerned with European funding as well. So we look for procurement and cascade funding. Well, the procurement is something which is of quite importance within our region to really get the demand side of innovation, matching the push of innovations. Ring testing throughout Europe of social return on investments, where the East Netherlands really has its competence with our professor from the Twente University there. Also lifestyle coaching is one of the experts there, and risk monitoring related to data use is where Flanders is in the lead. Then I would like to end with some best practices from our region, where you can see that the whole ecosystem is truly engaged in this development. First of all, since 2 weeks we have a national icon from our region, which is Enreda Diabetics. The owner, the entrepreneur of this company is a patient of diabetes type 1 who developed an artificial pancreas in order to have an automated treatment for himself, and this product is being so successful that the national government has recognized this as being a national icon and will take it on board for the coming period to show in the world, so to say, and also to be able to upscale this treatment within the region but also internationally. Another one is the more future perspective of digital twinning. What about having a digital twin in order to be able to prevent diseases by having all the data and predicting your disease? I recommend you to look at the TED Talk Professor Albert van den Berg gave last year on this topic. It's a very tantalizing and futuristic view, which might be closer by than we all think right now. Then we have a company called Vertask, which is producing Anna, so to speak. Anna is a bot who helps people, elderly, mostly at home, staying longer at home and being more independent. So organizing the day, planning, kind of planning assistant, interactive, making phone calls, etc., really helping elderly people in their daily lives. We have then another company, Origami, who recently, they call themselves a data boutique, and they recently received a funding of 500,000 euro from Health.care to start to target their first 25,000 clients with very specific personalized advices on their personal health regarding multiple sclerosis. and they all have other diseases in their package as well. And lastly, a more research-related initiative, which is called Healthy Brain Study, which is a study on a large group of citizens, population within the region, where the brain of the 30ers is examined. This large population study is focused on this group particularly because in the 30 the brain is relatively healthy and will enable, this knowledge will enable research and advices to be designed in terms of preventing aging and disease building within brains. In general, this is really picking out the best practices. There's a lot more. The reason why I'm standing here today is to invite you to cooperate with us on this development and to, well, be active as you all are here today. And I'm looking forward to working with you together in the future. Thank you.